Yes, thank you for coming. Yes. Yes, this is the Raider Nation report. Yes, Commish is in the house tonight. Yes, line is to the right. Yes, ma'am. Looking amazing in that silver and black, I must say. Yes, VIP is to the left, sir. If you give me your name, I'll check, make sure you're on the list. Yes, you have to be on in advance. Weeks in advance, sir. Yes, line is to the right. Yes, Raider Nation report tonight. A lot to talk about. Yes, there is a full bar inside, sir. Guys, you can't smoke that right here by the door. Just step over there a little ways. I love the smell. Smells amazing, but please, not right by the door. Yes, we will be opening the doors very soon. You know these guys like to run a tight show. They're just making sure everything's in order. Yes, ma'am. You can say hi to the midgets on the way in. Absolutely. VIP to the left. Regular line to the right, please. Doors will be opening very soon. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy the show.
Ever since a kid, it's been patching skulls. Black and white, you see it on my flags and poles. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, all you ever heard about my lips. I was twitching, I wasn't breaking when Brady was winning chips. Went to LA, then to Oakland, and now we up on the strip. Dancing with the nation every time we get to 6. 3rd and 13 used to run the ball. Now we got 100, so we changing the call. Tatted on my body, ain't no taking it off. When the Raiders on the TV, we ain't taking the call. When the Raiders on the TV, we ain't taking the call. Unless they with the nation, ain't no faking involved. All that internal hating, we be shaking it off. Cause we know they just came around Jacobs and Carr. Who you thought I've been rocking for? Ever since a kid, it's been patching skulls. Black and white, you see it on my flags and poles. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know.
Look, I'm 34 like Bo Jackson. I'm a Raider, long live John Madden. We left Oakland, now we with the Sinners. For Al Davis, we got unfinished business. Look, just win, baby. Defense ain't giving up an inch lately. The offense in clutch, we bout to up the scope. And D-Car ain't stopping till we reach the boat.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And yes, I'm just a little fucking late tonight, because, you know, I had some dad duties I had to take care of. Crimped into my pre-gaming. But we're here nonetheless, as we are every damn Tuesday night. From the confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. Just where is that, might you ask? Well, by God, I just might have some simple fucking directions for you that might help you find your way and help you find your way back again. We're still down the street, past the house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and ask our man Joe. It's the off season. He's gonna need every fucking bit of scratch that he can get. So do what you should. He's gonna point you in the right direction. He's gonna tell you to take a left and then a right. And as you find yourself strolling down the street, minding your own goddamn business, you're gonna pass this deep dark alley to your immediate right. Now, as you pass this creepy ass fucking dark alley with not a stitch of electricity down it, this cool breeze is gonna hit you that chills you right to your skeletal core, and you'll find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? Oh, you goddamn right! Should you venture down that deep, dark alley? Well, of course you should. Because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that those that stray a little to the dark side of Raider Nation like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction, and as it is every Tuesday, even if it's 15 fucking minutes late, this is the Raider Nation Report. A solid 60 minutes with yours truly. Because it's the 60, the clock runs. You're going to get you 60 minutes. We're not going to short you. It doesn't cut off at 11 p.m. Eastern Time now, 8 p.m. Pacific. No. We're going to give it to you. That just sounds wrong. It's been a crazy week already. Combine's going on. Fucking calisthenics gets people more excited than anything this time of the year. Broad jump means so much more. How many times you can put a bar up. How high you can jump straight up in the air while you're fucking standing still. Because that happens so often in football. You're standing completely fucking still and have to jump straight up in the air. I guess. I get it. I get the need for it. I get all of that. But it's just somewhat of a spectacle. And we'll get into that. The Band-Aid has been ripped off. We have resolution. We have finality to the Derek Carr situation. As you watch the opener, as you were waiting for me to hurry the fuck up and get this show going, as you watch the opener, you listen to the opener and you watch through the graphics that are rolling through as we have the show prep and the midgets are running and fucking it's craziness behind the scenes. You have no idea how much happens in that just small amount of time while you're waiting for the show to load up. I mean, this is a one-man band, I'm produce everything, this son of a bitch, so the midgets do what they can, but it takes a lot to make sure this goes off smooth for a fucking hour. But we gotta have a new intro for next week, so be prepared for a new intro, new song. I'm dropping the intro song, man. It references Derek Carr too many times, and I can't have it. I like the song. I thought it was a jammer. I thought it was one of the baddest Raiders songs I'd heard in a long time. But unfortunately, what a lot of these guys make mistakes is they go with recent players, they'll reference things that are happening that within a week or two, the song has now dated itself where you don't want to play it anymore. Because you're referencing players that aren't on the team anymore. So if you're gonna make a Raider banger, you stick safe and go veteran or go overall with the brand, but try to take. Yeah, I agree, Chad. It's a badass song, but it's out of my rotation, man. It's out of my rotation. I've dropped it. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. They're gonna have to do a remix, change it up. Get Garoppolo in there, whoever the fucking next quarterback's going to be. But I've got to change up the images. I've got Carr in there several times, so we got to get it fresh. We got to get fresh for next week, so I guess that's homework for me. I got to bring it with an all-new fucking goddamn. It's always something. It's always something. I got to bring it with an all-new intro. I'll miss the song too, Carl. I'll miss the song too. What's up, Carl? What's up, everybody? Apologize for being a little late this evening. My daughter's car's in the shop getting fixed, so we're down a ride. Dad had to pick her up. They made her stay late. Fucked up the start of the show. I blame the department store she works at. Fucking bastards. But that's enough the foreplay, isn't it? We got a used car sale that went on this week that we need to talk about. It'll be the last ever segment of Used Car Talk. I told you there would not be another one. There would only be one. There would only be one more segment about this player because no player is bigger than team. But this player has been pretty big in the the lineage and the history of the Las Vegas Raiders. You can't look past it. So we will talk about the used car sale, the scouting combine. We're going to deep dive into cornerbacks tonight, Rodgers Watch, and this is probably the last week of Rodgers Watch. I think that's gonna wrap up, and I think the Raiders are out of that. We'll talk about that. Madden League 23 sponsors Cool Kid, the newsletter, Quarterback Reality. We do have a fan of the week, and wrap this bitch up with the WTF. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for waiting patiently. I appreciate you all. You guys are the shit. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. That's enough of the foreplay. Let's get after it. It's the final. The finale. The last one. It's time for some used car talk. Let's get into it. It was a stiff check that the Raiders have doled out to Derek Carr over the time that he was there 9 years. But if you divide that number right there by 9, they really got off somewhat kind of cheap with a franchise quarterback for the most part. I would say it was just time to move on for both. Ever since Carr was benched 2 weeks out from the end of the season, it had turned the fan base internally on itself, with a certain percentage of fans that were so pro-Carr that they could not see with silver and black eyes like they should. That they were now more for the player than they were for the franchise. And it's never player over franchise. Never. As a Raider fan, I'll be 48 here in damn, not long weeks. Been a Raider fan a long time, man. I was 8 years old the last time they hoisted a Lombardi trophy. I lived through the heartache of the last Super Bowl loss. I lived through my childhood hero Marcus Allen becoming a Chief, Tim Brown becoming a Buccaneer. I've seen all of that. So you gotta separate franchise from player. You can like player. And I understand that there's a certain generation of Raider Nation that has been raised on losing, and that Derek Carr is the only successful quarterback that they have ever seen. My son is one of them. My oldest son is one of them. He's 16 years old. Derek Carr is by far his favorite player. He fucking loves him some Derek Carr, man. He's met him. Derek's given him free swag. He's autographed stuff for him. They've had a personal connection. They've met before. I get it. I see both sides of the spectrum in my own home. I just think it's time to move on. I'm glad to see that he's got a gig. I'm not one of those guys that wish him well. I hope he gets it done in fucking New Orleans. No, I wish Derek Carr less success in New Orleans than he achieved for the Raiders. That's honestly what I wish for Derek Carr. I hope you can go there, be fucking mediocre, keep a job for a year or two, carry a clipboard, and retire and leave the league. And not win a fucking thing. I do not want to see... that's like wishing you break up with your fucking girlfriend of 5 years and you're hoping she goes and blows the next guy better. Like, hope I taught her a few things for you. She keeps working on that. It's just ridiculous. I'm not that type of guy. He's now the enemy, man. It's the Raiders and 31 fucking enemies. That's it. Everybody's grasping and racing for the ring. It's reality. Fuck this kumbaya tree hugging. Let's all sit around and fucking hold hands. Shit. Fuck that, man. What happened to it's our team and 31 motherfucking enemies? Good luck to him. I wish him the best. Fuck I do. I do not wish him the best. I don't wish him ill will. I hope you go to fucking New Orleans, you trip over your fucking dick with Dennis Allen, and you fucking stumble out of the league in a couple years. That's what I hope fucking happens. Thank you for the time, the silver and black. Thank you for helping somewhat right the ship in some sort of direction and stopping the fucking carousel of quarterbacks. But we honestly don't know if that's about to happen again. Am I happy he's gone? I don't know. Am I happy it's over? I don't know. Do I think it's for the best? I don't know. It was just fucking time. In sports, you can't just keep doing the same fucking shit. It was just fucking time. I'm glad the fucking story's over. I don't want to talk about the guy anymore. I don't want to cheer for the guy anymore. I'm over the dude. I'm over him. I'm over his over-religious ass. I'm over his, he fucking won't even drop a fucking F-bomb. He's fucking pine saw squeaky clean. I'm over him. I'm over him. I'm glad he's in the NFC. I'm glad we ain't got to see the motherfucker on a yearly basis. I just want him to go away. Go away. Used car sale. That motherfucker's a lemon. Good luck with that. You got fucking Derek Carr, famous Jameis crab legs, and Taysom fucking Hill. You scab all of them together with some duct tape and fucking bubble gum, and you might have a quarterback that'll get you somewhere. Good luck with that shit. You got about as much luck with your goddamn city not fucking flooding again. You built the motherfucker under sea level anyway, you dumb sons of bitches. That's the type of fucking organization you got. Good luck and good fucking riddance. Alright, moving along. I don't want to talk about the motherfucker anymore. Ever again. Next time I'll talk about him will be when the Raiders play him. In 2024. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Only comes into play after they retire. That does not come into play when they are still on the fucking gridiron playing for another team. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Will come back around for Derek Carr when he retires. It wasn't once a Raider, always a Raider when Darren McFadden was toting the rock for the fucking Cowboys. It was fuck that bum. Then when he retired, yes, welcome Run DMC back in the fold. Once a Raider, always a Raider. That doesn't happen now. That doesn't happen. Not yet. When you retire, we'll bring it back in. All right, moving along. I didn't even want to put the fucking segment in. I'm so sick of it, man. And every time if I say the slightest thing about, he's living rent-free in your head. That's the new buzz phrase that just fucking sends me to the fucking moon. Rent-free in my head. What the fuck does that even mean? It's the biggest topic in the fucking franchise right now. Is what's going on at quarterback. And if you mention anything on the offensive side of the ball to a certain percentage of the fan base, it's like, oh, well, I can't believe we're even talking offense. The defense. The defense. Motherfucker, do you see how many free agents you got on the offense? You can't even field an offense. It's not just about the defense. We get the defense sucks. I was forced to talk about the motherfucker. It's the last goddamn segment. I'm removing the background. I'll delete it. Never to be used again. Here, I'm going to delete the motherfucker right now. Gone. Gone. Done with that shit. And then tries to pop back up. Do you see that? Do you see that? It tried to come back. It's like fucking herpes. It's like a fucking cold sore. That's what happens. I'm hopped up on fucking cold medicine. Fuck taking shooters of fucking NyQuil. Let's get it. Alright. I know. Tell me about it, Bobby. Tell me about it. I'm over it. I'm over that conversation. It's a new day. It's a new day, Raider Nation. It's a new day. It should be refreshing. Good for that other guy. Good for him. Go have some hurricanes and some fucking seafood. Enjoy your last stop on your way out the fucking door. But it's time to now look forward for the franchise that is the Silver and Black. I've questioned the guy who was the under center for years, whether he was an actual leader of men. I'd went deep on it for seasons now. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. What is this? God damn. I can't remember how many seasons I've been doing this. Too long. But it's time to look forward. It's time to look forward. You have the exciting, and I was even talking to my wife about it. I was like, the second they name a quarterback, I'm buying his fucking jersey. Fuck it. I'm just excited to root for somebody new. I'm just excited to see a quarterback out there and have that anticipation, that little flutter in your chest that you don't know what's going to happen. That it could be good, bad, ugly. It could be something you've never seen before. You knew what you were going to get out of Derek Carr most of the time. You weren't going to see anything that usually wowed you. He'd keep the game. He'd keep your team in the game. He wasn't going to run away with anything. You'd seen that, but it's time for something new, something refreshing. So the fact you get to root for a new quarterback, I think is an exciting thing for the franchise. I think it's an exciting thing for the franchise. I almost hope now that we'll jump ahead a little now, and even kind of bounce around. Even now that you've seen Rodgers' watch is probably waning. It's at the end here. He's probably going to be a Jet within the next couple days. Most likely the news is coming down the pike for that. So he came out of the darkness and he wanted to be a Joe Namath, I guess. Good luck with that. Go get obnoxiously drunk and, hit on fucking, who was the chick he hit on? Was it Susie? It was, wasn't it? Yeah. But, that's what, you want to go to that franchise. Yeah, whatever. Good luck with that. But so I think Rodgers' watch is pretty much over. So you've got the excitement of the scouting combine, and Anthony Richardson, man. I mean, we got to talk about it. It's the combine. It is what it is. But this dude came out, and I mean, listen. All you can do is do what they've asked you to do, and everything that they asked this guy to do, he left people walking away with their jaws hanging. And he shattered records. He did things nobody thought he could do. When he stood next to the other quarterbacks that you're thinking about drafting, he looked like a physical specimen next to them. The Alabama quarterback looked like, dude, eat a cheeseburger, next to this guy. Like, this guy looked like he came prepared for the challenge. Yeah, I get it, it's the combine. But that's all he has. You gave him, here's what's ahead of you. Prepare the best you can and come do your best. And he blew everybody else out of the water. So, I'm now, there's just times in sports when you just shouldn't be too fucking smart. When you just see something and you're like, huh. That's different. Yeah, he's not like that guy. Yeah, he's not RG3. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's Anthony Richardson. Every player is different. Yes, he may have some of those traits, but every player is different. And when you've seen a guy like this in the combine, this is what the combine's for. All of these guys are fast. All of these guys are talented. All these guys can catch, all these guys can run, all these guys can hit, or they wouldn't fucking be here. This is the elite of the elites. Out of the top level of minor league football. Showing their wares. And when you have one of them that shines above all the rest of them, you gotta take notice. You have to take notice. You can't bury your head in the sand and be like, oh, well, it's just the combine. And look at this guy who didn't pan out, and look at this guy who didn't pan out, and look at this guy who didn't pan out. But you know what? Look at this guy who did, and look at this guy who did. Are you going to be the guy who takes the chance? Or are you going to be the guy that's like, damn, I missed on that one? I agree with Dale. When you saw him next to this guy, You realized how small Bryce was, and why size was a conversation piece. When you saw them standing next to each other on the same damn football field, you saw. Levis looked okay. He's got a strong arm. CJ Stroud. It's just, I think Anthony Richardson's combine set him far and above the rest of the class. He stepped out. Now, whether that leads to any success for him in the National Football League remains to be seen. He is a talent, a physical specimen. Oh, man, you ain't lying, Brandon. You ain't lying. I could wait to, yeah. Oh, fuck, Madden with AR-15. And now, I've heard he doesn't like the nickname. But I'm local somewhat to the area, and he tried to change that name because of, school shootings and things that were going on at the time. Wasn't political. He tried that like a year or two ago. So I just think he's trying to stray away. So I don't know if he doesn't actually like the nickname or if he was just being a little PC, AR-15, whatever. But the scouting combine, man, this is where guys, you find them diamonds in the rough, man. This is where you find them. And he just jumped. If you're going to go rookie. Now, I'm still not sold on the fact that they're going to go rookie with that first overall pick. I'm still not sold. And if you're not going to go quarterback with one of the first overall picks, or with your first overall pick, if you're not going to go quarterback, you're really dipping into a much different talent pool than you are talking with this first group of quarterbacks that we're talking that's going to be at the top of the draft. I just think there's a distinct possibility they go veteran and they go defense possibly 1-2, which I think could be the smartest thing. But then I keep looking back at this guy. And I don't know, man. My radar just has went up. Like, is this possibly one of those generational type talent quarterbacks that you missed on, and you see him go and be super successful somewhere else, and you're just kicking yourself for a fucking decade and a half now while this guy's fucking eating your lunch on every Sunday? I don't know. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. They're in a tough spot. There's been a lot of talk of movement from the guys that are at the top of the draft, from the Bears moving out, that the Bears don't need the first overall pick. They're not going to go quarterback. They're sticking with Justin Fields, so they want to move down. They want some capital. They want to make some fucking action. I don't know. Oh, absolutely not come round two. Absolutely not come round two. He's got way too much hype. Way too much hype. Even his capital, man. Some other team, even if they didn't necessarily want him, they're going to take him and deal him. He's just worth too. He's created himself as a commodity now. He's a commodity until Anthony Richardson now goes out on an NFL football field and fails. Right now he's a commodity. He's a commodity. He has made himself a commodity by an amazing combine performance. He had an all-world combine performance. Yeah, it's running the 40-yard dash. It's broad jump. It's fucking jumping fucking straight up in the air. It's a bunch of goofy calisthenics shit. It's all of that. But he did it better than anyone else. And he set records fucking doing it. He's in no way that dude's not making it out of the first round. No way. Absolutely no way. He's 100% making it. He's gonna be drafted in the top 10. I would be shocked as fuck if we're gonna see a couple guys fall. We're gonna see a couple guys fall. I think that are gonna be very surprised. Very surprised. I think you could see Young slide quite a little bit. Levis he's interesting too, man. There's some interesting guys. There's some interesting guys. And you got the Carter news. With the arrest It doesn't sound like at most it's going to be a misdemeanor, but there is that possibility that he could grab a 2 to 4 game suspension to start out his NFL career, courtesy of Roger Goodell, because he's such a nice guy. Roger would be like, hey, buddy, by the way, got something for you. But that's where I thought they should go. I think they should go defense. Look at some of these defensive guys, first and second round. I got my eyes on a couple guys from Iowa, Georgia. There's just some solid talent out there on the defensive side of the ball, and I really just think they should go veteran. But now I'm starting to change my mind a little bit, and because you got to follow the thought process of what's going on with the team. All right, I really thought Aaron Rodgers for 2 years with this team, with history with Devontae Adams, I thought it was a possible doable thing. I wouldn't want to give up 2 number ones for him or anything like that, but I thought that was a possible doable thing. But now that you're starting to see there's not a lot of great veteran talent out there, like maybe the cream of the crops like Garoppolo now, Jimmy Pornstar, now I'm a little more interested in rookies. And maybe fuck it. You just bring one of these young gun talents in and let's fucking roll, man. Let's roll. Growing pains, what have you. Let's just get after it. I think at some point it may just be time to move the process along. That's what I'm saying. That's left, Johnny. I don't know. That's a fair question. It's a fair question. And I think that's possibly what may end up happening, Dietrich. But here's the thing. If you bring in a veteran who's completely new to your system and your team, that's just basically a stopgap while you're waiting for this supposed superstar of a rookie that you've drafted, because that's what you're going to, if you're going to go future, you're going to go with your first pick and get a quarterback. So you're drafting a supposed superstar. So how long do you even ride with this veteran before because if he's a little clunky, you got this guy who's learning the system at the same speed, and I don't know, man. It's just a weird situation they find themselves in. I have a strong feeling it's possibly Garoppolo with a backup, but backup rookie that's going to probably take his spot before halfway through the season. I don't know. It's a weird spot to get in. We're going to talk a little more on that quarterback reality. I want to deep dive into, but the scouting combine, it is what it is. It's a spectacle. It was the next stop on the NFL season. And I think Anthony Richardson set himself apart at quarterback. We'll see. We've still got damn near almost 2 months until draft time. There's a lot of conversations. A lot of things are going to happen. Shit, there's probably going to be a couple guys get arrested. Somebody's going to get somebody knocked up between now and then. There's going to be some shit go down. We got time. Don't worry. Things will change. This is going to be a fluid conversation, and we'll continue along that topic later down the road. Let's get into cornerback, shall we? Let's deep dive into cornerback. The cream of the crop you've got at cornerback right now is Hobbs coming back. And he did not have the stellar sophomore season that we kind of hoped he was going to have. He was a beast in that first year and looked to be one of the upcoming stars on the defensive side of the ball, but just didn't have the sophomore effort that I think we hoped he would have had. And I think that's fair. I think he would say the same for himself as well. Solid, talented guy, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do coming back 100% healthy and a whole new season. But the other guys who are supposed to be up at the front, along with him, Rock Ya-Sin, unrestricted free agent, and Anthony Averett, an unrestricted free agent as well, both banged up, missed a lot of time. Averett missed more than Rock, but both missed a lot of time. Rock, when he was in there, was playing some half-ass decent corner at times. If I was going to be interested in bringing one of those two back, I would definitely say Rock would be the guy. But I'm not interested in seeing Averett back. Those guys are at the top of your depth chart right there. When you're looking at your left, right, and your nickel corners, you're looking at Hobbs, Rockyason, and Averett. Behind them, you got Meek Robertson, and I just don't know if I need to see any more out of Meek Robertson, honestly. I've not been impressed. He's had some flash plays here and there, but as a whole, I could probably move on from him as well. But he is under contract, so you may see him back in the fold again this year. He is one of the guys you got under contract. Sam Webb and Tyler Hall also both still under ink. Tyler Hall had some flashes, and I don't know, man. I seen Webb on the bad end a lot more than I did on the good end of plays last season. If I had to pick between one of those two, I'd go with Hall. But those three guys that I just mentioned, Robertson, Webb, and Hall, they're all under contract. It's Yasin and Averett who are not. They're restricted free agents, so we'll see. We'll see. Behind those guys, you've got what? Jones, Sidney Jones, the fourth back there, and I think you've got Cosby down there who was on the reserves. He's on your futures. You've got to do something at corner. So that's what I'm saying. To really think they need to look these first two rounds very, very hard and decide. I think they go interior defensive line. Go Carter, the big guy from Georgia. Or go linebacker. Then follow it up with a defensive tackle, vice versa. I think it should be linebacker, defensive line. I think corner is something you can go address through free agency. There are definitely some free agent corners out there to be had. Marcus Peters, Bradley Roby, and James Bradbury are kind of at the top of the list. Jonathan Jones is up there as well. Anthony Brown, Bobby McCain, Emmanuel Mosley, Cameron Sutton, Troy Hill, Patrick Peterson, Eli Apple. I mean, there are some guys out there in the free agent market that you can definitely add to this squad without having to go through the draft to build back up your corner. I just think, I don't know, man. Now that, see, I really thought, fuck it, I'm going to jump into it because I keep dipping my toes into quarterback talk because I'm really at a loss a little bit. And let's jump down to it. We'll talk quarterback reality down here. I'm turning all kinds of shit off. Hold on a second. We'll jump ahead. Let's talk quarterback reality down here a little further down the chart. And we'll even segue it in with a little bit of Rodgers watch. Because I really thought that this regime was going to go with the veteran that they thought they could get it done with in the next year or two. Josh McDaniels' resume is so shaky, so fucking shaky as a head coach that I just think he needs that veteran quarterback to tie his legacy to help get him to where he needs to go. But maybe they see something in some of these rookies, or one of these rookies in particular, that they've fallen in love with that is going to be that guy that they think they can hitch their career to. Because that's really what it comes down to. I mean, every great coach needs that quarterback that he's hitched his career to, that got him to that first, I don't know, peg on his career charts, first championship, whatever it may be. Everybody's had that guy. Is he going to try to get that guy for himself? Is he going to try to find his Tom Brady like Bill had? I don't think Stidham was ever his main guy. I don't think anybody. I think what you got to see out of Stidham at the end of the season, Roy, was whether Stidham was worthy guy to bring back to carry your clipboard and be in your depth chart of quarterbacks. And I think that's what he auditioned for. And I think he might have done well enough to be a guy that could come in and that knows the system and can be a clipboard guy for you. and be a stopgap and an emergency quarterback. And he may approve that in one game. And I think there may be some truth to that as well, Brandon. The personality of Aaron Rodgers and Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels has to take all control. He's a control freak. He doesn't want you to audible. He wants full control over play call. I don't know if these guys would mesh well. The more I think about it, I just don't know if that's would be a marriage built for success. So now that you see that Rodgers' watch is probably off, he's most likely going to become a Jet, which I think is fucking laughable as fuck. But he's most likely going to become a Jet. I think that now leads you to, you got to really start asking some questions. And what direction are these guys thinking? Because they've obviously, there's no veteran quarterback out there right now that's available. I mean, Geno's went and he's going back to the bitch pigeons. Not that Geno was the answer anyway, but he was one of the guys out there in free agency, one of the top free agents, coming off a nice season. Danny Dimes is going back to the Giants. Carr's to the Saints. Like, every major free agent that's out there has now went somewhere. You see that Rodgers is most likely going to the Jets. And now you're sitting back and looking and like, what's left? What's left? You got fucking Garoppolo and a bunch of fucking scabs. So there's no quarterback that's a veteran out there that's a free agent right now that you even have a possibility of hopes of winning with right now. I don't see where you can realistically have that. Like, oh, there's a guy that we can go out that's a veteran right now that we can plug in and be ready to rock and roll. I don't see that. I don't see that. So you've got to be looking at rookie. You have to be. So who's it going to be? Because I think that's the only scenario now. I think the reality of possibly going top 2 picks defensive, I don't think are going to happen because I think they're going to draft their quarterback. When you look through all of the scenarios, you've got a running back who you just franchise tagged, who you're ready to win with now. Top running back in the league, man, arguably. Just coming off an all-world season. Devontae Adams also coming off an all-world season individually. He just needs a young arm to get him the fucking rock. Darren Waller's coming back healthy. Hunter Renfro's coming back healthy. All these guys are reinvigorated. Everybody said the team was going to fall apart when one player left. That wasn't the case. As you've seen, the team has remained strong. They just need a new leader under center. And as you look at everything, No way, Chad. No. He's never even crossed my mind. Tua? No. I don't think Tua's in the mix. No. You look across the veteran quarterbacks. Honestly, think there's a really good possibility. It's probably Garoppolo, just because of the history with the system. But I wouldn't put it past maybe bringing in Stidham and maybe going with one of these guys, and you're going to roll with them pretty close to right out of the gate. I mean, there is that. It's been done with other rookies, in recent history. It's not unheard of anymore. So it's a distinct possibility, and it's a scary thought. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be a crazy ride this offseason. It's going to be a crazy ride. You're going to see some ebbs and bobs. And when you look across this roster and how many free agents there are on this roster, I mean, you've got no wide receiver depth chart. You've got no tight end depth chart. You've got no quarterbacks. And your defense is what your defense is. And you've got free agent holes all over it. We just talked about the cornerbacks tonight. It's this roster is, you got a lot of money, but you still got to fill all those fucking holes. So it's I don't know. Well, Khalil Mack, I don't know. It's a cute name and it's a cute idea. Well, let's bring back Khalil, but Why? I mean, there's a reason he's looking for another team again. Most likely. There's a reason for that. It's not because he's, he's a long time removed from 2016 Defensive Player of the Year. A long time removed. It's 2023. And I don't even know. He's still, his name still pulls too much cheddar. And yeah, I just don't think you put him in the mix. I think you're hoping for a nice resurgent year from Chandler Jones. He finished somewhat strong. He was making more splash plays at the end of the season. I think you continue on that. I don't think bringing back retreads. I don't think so. I don't think it's necessary. We are moving along in our Madden League. We're in week 4 now. We're trucking along. Madden Mondays going on Monday nights. If you didn't check it out last night, go back and check it out. We had a solid game on last night. Unveiled our top 10 power rankings as well as our top 5 plays of the week. Right now, Flash Prize is top defensive play of the week, defensive or special teams play of the week. And we will unveil those next Monday. And let's talk about next Monday, shall we? Let's talk about next Monday and let's talk about next week. See, next week is spring break. And I am going to be taking a vacation with my family next week. So Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday night are completely up in the air. And I will probably not be on any of those nights. Whatsoever. I may pop on for a minute while I'm out enjoying myself. Might pop in. But I will have the top 5 plays up. I'll have all of the guys send them in. And I will have them edited up. And I will post that. And who will be the winner in the new Flash Prize. All the guys in the league will know what's going on. There just won't be, per se, a specific show Monday night like we normally have. I will post a new updated top 10, all that good shit for the Madden League. You'll know all the info. There just won't be a nice show. And there will be no Raider Nation report as well next Tuesday. I know. It's a... I know. Shut up. But it is what it is. I gotta have a day off. So I'm going to find the Fountain of Youth. So next week, spring break, because man, I gotta get away from this brutal 85-degree weather. It's killing me. I gotta take a vacation away from sunshine. So that's what's going on next week, and I am going to put out the newsletter. I haven't done the newsletter yet because I was going to send the newsletter out with what's going to be going on next week, and I'm still finalizing what's going to be going on. Hopefully we'll have El Prata maybe fill in or somebody else fill in the Tuesday night slot, so you guys will have somebody talk some Raider football with you. It just won't be me next week, but I will be back again the following week. And actually, I got to stop and do the math, man. Monday, the return show on Monday the 20th. And this was part of the reason I was holding the newsletter, because I wanted to be closer to the date. Monday the 20th March 20th is a very important date in the lore of Raider Reaction. That is the date of the very first show, the pilot episode, the debut podcast, webcast, fucking whatever the fuck you want to call it. The very first one aired on 3/20/2017. Just days before the news broke of the Raiders going to be relocated to Vegas. Just days. So, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So this will be our 6th year anniversary. And we covered the 17 season, 18 season, 19, 20, 21, 22. And this will be our 7th season of Raider football that we will be covering. So, I think that's cool. I think it's worth mentioning. And we're going to have a nice little anniversary show, a special little show. And I may even, for your amusement, I'm going to put myself out there for your amusement and I'm going to play like the first 5 minutes or so of the pilot episode. And yeah, it's rough. I'm telling you, it's rough as a motherfucker. But I come with my top 10, my Raiders offseason top 10 for the 2017 season, which is great anyway. So, trust me, you regulars will get a fucking kick out of it. So, so tune in. So next week I will probably pop in more towards the end of the week. I am going to be gone out of town for the first part of the week, but it's more of a staycation by the end of the week. But I'm still not going to be on here. I'm going to be fucking toes in the sand. Fucking frosty beverage with an umbrella and that bitch in my hand. My wife in a bikini next to me. That's what's going to be going down for the end of the week. So I won't be on here again. Anyway, but I will let you all know. That's what's going to be in the newsletter. Check out our sponsor. Go to our website. All that good stuff. Clear Live Streams, man. I do believe Clear Live Streams is giving away a fucking PlayStation 5. They're doing a raffle. They're giving away a PS5. I'm not sure how much it is, but go to our website. Click on the button that takes you to Clear Live Streams Instagram and message them, get all the info, and go ahead and get yourself hooked up so you can get your free streaming, good cheap streaming going on, and all that good shit. Watch your games and not have to fuck with DirecTV and all these other assholes and all that good shit. And while you're at the website, scroll to the bottom of any of the page. Put your email address in there so you can get that newsletter I was just talking about, which is going to have lots of info. Ah, man. I tell you, man. I am so spacey tonight. I've been fighting a cold for like, I know it's 85 degrees and I got a fucking cold. It's fucking ridiculous. It's from my fucking son, dragging shit home from my youngest one from kindergarten. I've been fighting it all week and I've been sicker than a motherfucker. I had to go to Ludacris fucking sick Saturday night. Although I got through that one all right, but Sunday and Monday I've been sicker than hell, man. And I've got like that. I'm feeling all right tonight. I'm feeling okay. But I've got that. I've been taking those fucking. You get that medicine head, you know, where you're just like, you just feel like you're fucking floating, you know, like your head's a fucking big balloon. That's just how I feel, and I just feel like I've been a little rambly tonight. So if you're wondering why, I'm not on speed or anything. So that motherfucker's on speed. He's on some crack. No, I'm on some shots of some NyQuil. I'm on some Dayquil. I've been on that fucking Dayquil, NyQuil drip, man, for fucking days. Fucking tap that shit right to the vein. Fucking 2 blue pills, then a couple of 2 blue pills, and then 2 red pills, then 2 red pills. Like, fucking god damn it. Getting old's a bitch, man. I never used to get sick. It's just getting old. It's like every fucking thing don't work no more. What the fuck? I know Chad's feeling that. Ain't nothing working on poor Chad. Sorry to hear that, brother. You're all broke down. Hope you get to fucking feeling better, man. I'm glad they got you some good shit. Fuck. Don't be chasing that too hard now. Wash that down with rum and coke. That shit'll put you to bed. And sometimes that's the type of sleep you don't wake up from. You don't want one of them sleeps. End up with them Elvis sleeps. They find you on the toilet, backed up with peanut butter and banana sandwiches. We don't want to see that. Easy now. Alright. We do have a fan of the week this week. Man, I've been all over the place in this fucking show. I tell you, I got a little fiery at the beginning there. I think I was a little medicine-headed. Came in hot. Part of it was because I was coming in late. I don't like coming in late. I'm never late for fucking anything. I won't be late for my own funeral. I'll be fucking tapping on the casket. Hurry up, motherfuckers! It's at 10:45! Alright. We do have a fan of the week. All goodies will be out this week for everybody who's a subscriber. If you are a subscriber and you haven't sent me your address yet, I know some of you guys haven't. Send me your address, please. I'm going through them right now. I've got names on most of them. Not quite all of them, but most of them. But I got to go back and then marry up addresses with your names. But If you are a subscriber, I need your address. If you already got a thumbs up from me or something, you know I got it. I'll give you a thumbs up just so you know recognition that I got it. And for you people, hold on. This is a public service announcement. When you message the page and I give you a thumbs up, because of course when you message the page, you get the nice little thank you for reaching out, blah, 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 blah. We're painting the world silver and black, da, 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 da. The little canned fucking response it throws at you. But I get graded by Facebook on my response rate. And if I give you a thumbs up, that means that message is now closed, and I don't have to go back to it. And you know that I saw what you sent. Oh, we're busy. We ain't got time to answer all the messages. So if I give you a thumbs up, just know, like, okay, he may come back and answer if he's got time, but maybe he won't. But he did see it, and he appreciates you sending the message. But don't send back a thumbs up, because then I got to send a thumbs up back to close the message out, and then you send a thumbs up back, and it opens the son of a bitch back up again, and then I got to send another thumb. And all of a sudden, we're in some sort of fucking weird dimension of social media thumb war that I don't want to be in. So, if you get a thumbs up, step away from the messenger and let it roll. All right, let's get back to the show, shall we? All right. Oh. We got us a fan of the week, damn it. We got us a fan of the week. Man, I tell you, I need to go to bed after this show's over. All right. Fan of the week for this week. Robert Young, one of the members of our Madden League. I figured Robert, we owed Robert a fan of the week for that unfortunate overtime loss I had to hand him in week 1 of the Madden League. He'd been waiting 4 years to play me in Madden. We always ended up never on the same schedule. Appreciate it, Robert. Appreciate it. Thank you, each and every damn one of you. Appreciate you. Robert's been a subscriber, supporter, member of the Madden Leagues for years and years. So he's going to get some of the new bracelets. He's already got some on his way, but I'm going to stuff his envelope a little fuller now. He's already got his prize pack coming for his way from the raffle, the raffle that wasn't, because everybody won this time. So we'll fatten that up a little for Robert, send it out. Appreciate you as always, Robert. Hopefully, look forward to maybe seeing you in the postseason. We'll see. Let's see, Robert's in the NFC, so I won't see him unless we're in the Super Bowl. So probably not going to happen, Robert. Maybe next season. You'll get a chance to get back at me. We'll see. I guess you're going to get a shot this season. Unless we're both in the Super Bowl, it's highly unlikely that either one of us is in the Super Bowl. I hate to say it, Robert. I think we both know that as well. I think he would all to agree with me. I have the champ next. I am sitting at 3-0, number 5 on the power ranking though, with my Donk squad. Easy now, easy. We're already late. Let's not finish prematurely as well. Thank you. Donk squad. I got 2 big games, so I got to play number 1 and number 2 on the power rankings in the next 2 games. I got Richard, and then I got the Saints with Brian. So I got 2 toughies coming up. I'm gonna be 3-2 here in a heartbeat. I knew that was coming. That's why it was important and imperative that it started out 3-0. I'm not a dumb son bitch. All right, moving along. It's time. It's that time of the show. We got to close it out. Just slide on out. A little smooth, a little relaxing, little thing that we like to call the WTF. So it was official. It's final. The used car is a saint. And I honestly cannot believe how many people has been in the comments. Well, I guess my new team's the Saints. I guess I'm gonna go be a Cowboys fan now. I guess I'm gonna go root for another team because Derek Carr is not with the team anymore. and he has now left. There's a certain generation of Raider Nation that I understand, and I talked about a little earlier, that I get it. I get it that this was your quarterback. And my son's in that generation. And I brought my son in to football fandom. I brought him in. I introduced him. His first quarterback was Carson Palmer. He was very young when that switch was made, and he had a hard time kind of understanding that. And so he was his first game in person in Oakland in the front row in the end zone. You know, he met Carr at the Pro Bowl, had conversation with him, gave him free swag, autographed his stuff, autographed the jersey he was wearing. He's had interactions, so I understand this generation. But what you have to understand is that it's never player over team. Never player over team. And the reason that the Raiders franchise is so great and has been so great for so long is because it's never player over the silver and black. It's always shield first. I appreciate what Derek Carr did for the Raiders. I appreciate his place and his marker in the history and the lore of the silver and black. He earned his right. Once a Raider, always a Raider. And when he's done playing, gladly embrace him in with the Darren McFaddens, the Jay Schraders, the Hostetlers, the guys like that. Absolutely, and 150%. But right now, I'm done rooting for the guy. It's time for you to get behind the team that you're supposed to be supporting. You're supposed to be a member of the greatest fan base in the history of sports. That's the Raider fucking Nation. This isn't Carr Nation. This isn't DC4 Nation. It's Raider fucking Nation. The greatest fucking fan base in the motherfucking world. The one and only fucking true nation. They'll beat other quarterbacks. There'll be many other quarterbacks. He's not the best. He's not the greatest. He was good, and he served his time. And it's time to move on. And if you are ready to jump ship because a player is leaving house, then you were never really a fan. And I have to ask you, what the fuck? And I hate that you're not a real fan guy. I hate that guy. I don't want to come off as that guy. But if you will switch teams over one single player that has stopped in at a franchise for a period of time, then you were never a fan of the team. And that is the truth. I don't think that's pushing the real fan moniker off on anybody. I think that's the God's honest fucking truth, is you were never a real fan of the franchise. You came along, you were a Fresno State fucking fan, you were a college fan that followed along, and now you wanted to cheer him on with his pro team, and now you're going to follow along through his career. That's fine. That's fine. But don't be standing and chanting Raiders with the rest of us. And acting like you're a card-carrying member. Because if that's the type of fan you are, then get the fuck out. We're better off without fans like that anyway. No players above the franchise. It's all about the Raiders and what's best for the Raiders, and this is what's best for the Raiders right now. Let's just hope they make the right moves. I mean, that's really where it's at. Man, until next time, thank you all, each and every damn one of you guys. I appreciate it. If you are not a subscriber of Raider Reaction yet, man, hit that subscribe button, hit that blue button at the top. Probably going to do another solid giveaway at the beginning of April, too, because I've got some new swag out, and I want to get the new stuff out to all of you subscribers. This way, I know each one of you is going to win. So, we'll see. I'll see you next time. Watch out for that newsletter. It's going to keep you updated. I got Commish's spring break next week. Spring break. I'll be running around in my fucking Raiders thong, tanning my buns, my fucking little umbrella drink. There's a visual for you. Hold that one tight. Until next time, I'm out. Peace, love. Raider Nation.